Gon' vote. Everybody gon' vote. Everybody gon' vote. Everybody gon' vote. Comrade! Labor right, them a go down, bong. Them a go down, bong. Them a go down. Is that? Margie, him a God picking. No hope their work if you touch Margie. Margie, him a God picking. No hope their work if you touch Margie. We now vote for Labour. Orange we a come out in now. If you love the PNP, who no step out for Marky G. Jamaica just come along with we. People time come, people time come, people time is up.
Only thing that's on my mind is who's gonna run this town tonight.
Yeah, I say that we are. Pledge your allegiance.
Who's gonna run this town tonight?
Yeah, I say that we are.
We gonna run this town.
Make the trumpets play. Make the trumpets play.
So I set my hand across your
Dreaming all, awake from your slumber and answer the call. The torch has been lighted, the dawn is at hand. Who joins in the fight for his own native land? Land of my birth, I pledge to be loyal and faithful, true to thee. Founded my countrymen all, awake from your slumber and answer the call.
Yo, I want to see the reason why Jamaican can't get no blood clot work again now. You see it? See the reason. I hospital of a mobile at the love. Cornwall original hospital. Cornwall original. Watch out. 1,000 Chinese. Now in Jamaica, you see it? That's why crime and violence now go down in America. There's Jamaican did they can do work, you know. They're rid of the Chinese. You see it?
Our political tradition has always involved, again, a very marginal element of violence, although it used to be in the old days just fist fights and the occasional brick and things of that sort. And recently what has happened, as I say, is to introduce into this tendency a certain element that I think is borrowed from the underworld. And I think this has been done by certain elements quite deliberately to cause a certain panic in the society, to give the impression that the government's not really in control. And of course, sometimes, as happens when the violence starts on one side, you get reaction from the other side. So in the end, you get a confused situation in which the average citizen...
Is it fair to compare us to the Asian tigers, the so-called Singapore, Koreas?
In many ways it is unfair, yes, because in fact you have to look at a number of factors which are not talked about. One is that in parts of that region, at a critical moment after the Second World War, the US moved massive capital into those countries, gave them enormous support. And they did so for strategic political reasons, which, lucky for them, you know, that's a good thing. They also had the wisdom to invest very heavily in education.
Yes.
That was their doing, and much to their credit. It is argued that they had cultural advantages, which are true, in that is social attitudes that were more focused on the imperative of work than on the imperative of social justice. The fact is, you know, when you look at what happened, democracy was not that real in a lot of those countries. So that you had both political process and cultural history working towards less concern with fairness, fair play for the poor and the masses and the workers, and more getting people to
Human
accept
rights.
this driven work ethic. Our problem is that we have not been strategic. Therefore, we have not attracted huge inputs of government-to-government capital, because nobody thought that much turned on world politics, you know, and what happened to us. We also had the strength, born of the reaction to slavery and all sorts of things, of a tendency to concern with social justice, equity in the distribution of things, less positive attitudes towards work,
Yes.
which were partly a function of colonialism and partly a sort of historical reaction to a period in history where work was more driven by the orders from above than representing an urge to perform on your own.
Yes.
So, you know, you have to look at all that history, not to excuse or to remain as you are. But if you don't understand the history, you may not know how to lead people towards the best of which they are capable.